he's a very well-known personality in homeopathy. Dr. Ajit Kulkarni, he is a veteran homeopath, academician, written many books, and very recently, in the COVID times, he has helped the fraternity with amazing knowledge. He has shared with open arms. Every couple of days, his articles were coming up, and he was giving us guidelines. So, and very recently, he has even published Homeopathic Covidoscope, which is going to be an amazing book for the fraternity. So with that, I welcome Dr. Ajit Kulkarni.
I begin with Engage. It is a journey for me to evolve with Vishpala and the team. Vishpala published 84 papers of mine. And I hope I can cross 100 papers very soon. And can you imagine, each paper, Vishpala is after me. Ajit, there is no paper from you. This is the only reason why something within me as an author was being stimulated, motivated by Vishpala and the team. I'm publishing 3 volumes of all the writings, namely entitled Homeopathy Through Harmony and Totality. I just published last month first volume, and all credit goes to Engage. To come to my understanding of today's presentation, really speaking, within 10 minutes how to present is a very big issue for me, because in foreign countries I am talking 7 to 8 hours every day, and 10 minutes is just a very small time for me, but okay. I'm taking Daphna Lebanon, a senior homeopath from Israel, who wrote a minimum prescriber as a PowerPoint presentation before the Israeli homeopaths, and she sent me this PowerPoint. So I'm just giving you this PowerPoint, okay? There is the first case of threatened mastoiditis, child of 9 months old, and he was given Antrimtalt and Arnica for some cold and cough, and then there was a white, thick nasal discharge sticking out left ear, and ENT doctor diagnosed threatened mastoiditis. Antibiotics were prescribed, but the mother didn't want to give it first, then gave it without any improvement, and almost the surgery was decided. The symptoms are mild swelling and redness in the left ear, pain in the left ear, low fever, no fever at all, no perspiration, child is not happy, moaning and not smiling and wanting to play. So she consulted me and on the phone, and she has written, Ajit started thinking, which is difficult for the Ajit, and then acute mastoiditis might have been developed. There is no fever. This is the totality. This is my thinking process. And then I recommend muriatic tea 5 times every day, almost 3-4 hourly, keeping in mind capsicum if the threatened mastoiditis becomes mastoiditis. And you'll find 48 hours from starting the treatment, mood better, started to eat better, no fever, and you will find that much cooler. She's playing and smiling, slept well. The ear is still sticking out. It is not sensitive and not sore, and she's letting the mother touch it. So this is what we are able to see here. And then I have one more slide to give you. Afternoon consulted the pediatric doctor. He told that there is a more than 50% improvement. No surgery is needed. Child is playing. Catarrh and cough is there, but very mild. And she asked me explanation. I was in Israel and I gave my explanation. Affinity of the Kali muriaticum to epithelium, throat, eustachian tubes, middle ear. Monogram, congestive, inflammatory, catarrhal, and white. You know very well everything about Kali muriaticum, including vitiligo, is a white one. Vermeulen says it certainly is of great value in catarrhal affections. Threatened mastoid, nose catarrh discharge white. So this is the first case. Suzler has written very much. I will not repeat for you. The second case, neonatal jaundice. I was consulted for this case, jaundice on the 4th.
Sir, can you make a full screen?
Okay.
Sir, can you make a full screen, please?
Yeah, totally, yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Thank you.
So the child develop on the fourth day severe jaundice. Usually fourth day jaundice, you know, is a physiological jaundice and not pathological, but it was severe because bilirubin crossed 13. The infant was very lethargic and sleepy, and the doctor said that you need the phototherapy and hospitalization and all these things. Daphna reporterized this case and saw that some remedies are coming up. She consulted me, however, and I suggested her China. And then with China, the child improved within 3 days. A very interesting part of this case was she improved within 3 days. And then she was after me, what is in the China that patient got such a very rapid relief? Then I explained to her. This explanation, you must remember why we need the knowledge of toxicology, why we need the knowledge of the source, so that we are very adept, skilled in treatment of the acute with the right approach when the symptoms are not available. Babies have a high number of red blood cells which are broken down, and a newborn baby's liver is not fully developed, so it's less effective at removing the bilirubin. So what is the problem? By default, there are two problems. And in breastfed babies, it is common for jaundice to last 1 month or more. In formula-fed babies, it is by 2 weeks. Remember, when the baby is being fed, it is much more, 1 month, you see. Now what happened now here? Within 3 days, you got the response. Bilirubin level, you will find, if it is developed on the fourth day, you will find 5 to 6 milligram. And this was here 14. Anything about 12 is usually considered high. Affinity of China to blood, circulation, and liver. Toxicology, this is very important. Destruction of red blood cells, which occur because of the toxicity of quinine, and acute hypersensitivity to quinine involve the hepatic cells. This is the reason why you have the indication as China being a remedy for this particular condition. Then there is a third case, which is you will find painful numbness of the arms. Okay. The husband of Daphna, a senior homeopath from Israel, developed painful numbness of the arm of the left side. I was consulted because he was moaning and you see sighing. Long time he has numbness when sleeping, especially when sleeping on the side. It is a painful numbness. Now it has become worse. It is all day long and at night also. Then it is associated with some sensation that it cannot close his fist. He gained through the years some weight that is not needed here. And then more the pains, more the moaning. You see, every sentence has a meaning in homeopathy. Just see the repertorize, if possible, make a reference to the Materia Medica. These are not few sentences or words. For a homeopath, these are diamonds, which you have to just collect, keep it in your brain and just see the value of them. So, the reply from me, it may be carpal, it may be cervical spondylosis, but it is certainly not heart attack because there is no very severe pain and there is no progression of the pain over days. So I advise X-ray. Meanwhile, I suggested plumbum metallicum 3 times a day for 5 days, just to see what happened. Result after 3 days. I'm happy to report that my husband is 90% better with the pain and the numbness. And then in the seminar, she asked me explanation. Ajit, why you selected such a rapid fire? You see rapid fire today with the Vishwala, you see. And then I had an explanation under the rubric generalities pain numbness with plumbum for 3 marks. Generalities left side plumbum 3 marks. Mind sighing plumbum 3 marks. Mind pain aggravation, you see of moaning plumbum 3 marks. And this numbness with pains is a very characteristic of plumbum med. This is the reason why I was able to treat this case with plumbum metallicum. Third case now. Rupture of placenta. Usually homeopath are not being given the chance because he doesn't act as a gynecologist. This is a difficult situation. She is consulting transatlantic and my advice, you see now. Third month, rupture of placenta diagnosis. In the beginning, it was brown spots of the blood. Now it is fresh red and quite profuse. See the words. Words are very important. Patient is chilly and thirsty. Okay, so I want to give a remedy. Patient is chilly, thirsty, and there is a fresh red blood and very profuse blood. Daphna gave Sepia 5 doses 1 week ago, which help her vomiting and severe indigestion. On this level, she is fine now, but she has this rupture of the placenta. An ultrasound test shows that the fetus is okay. Okay. She has a lot of dreams, arguing with her mother, and a lot of anger feelings towards her. This is a chronic totality, which Daphna has incorporated here. She feels she needs her attention and affection, and she doesn't receive. Also, dreams of snakes. These dreams increase within a span of these 3 to 4 days when the bleeding started. So now there is a totality, bleeding, rupture, and dreams. How the system comes out with something internal. The system throws it out externally in several periphery. These peripheral expressions we have to combine with a remedy. And anything can come. Anything can come from the internal. This is generated from the self. This dream at this time, when she has a rupture, and you know very well if the rupture of placenta occurs, there will be miscarriage. So now the thinking is how you get an integrated totality and how you have to connect the symptoms. The idea of homeopathy, how you connect, how you integrate. And then you will find I suggested a dose of phosphorus. Very interesting, no? Fresh blood, chili. Then you will find dreams. And phosphorus has such a vividness in dreams and everything. Every emotion knows no boundary. Everything is free. Jealousy, anger, love, hugging, beating, violent anger, everything. It could be a forerunner of abortion. And let us see what happens. Phosphorus comes because of the tubercular and syphilitic miasm. Any case of rupture of placenta is under the dimension of tubercular miasm, which can head towards the syphilitic dimension. The result, 1 dose, no repetition. 1 dose of phosphorus, within 1 day bleeding stopped. Pregnancy continued very well. Within 1 day, can you imagine? And see, what was the result and what was the reasoning behind phosphorus? Chili, red, bright red, fresh blood, tubercular miasm, and dreams. Last case now, dental operation. Very useful advice was given by me according to Daphna. I don't know. It was about the patient that went through dental operation of root canal and extraction of the teeth. 2 surgeries at a time. He used to suffer from gnawing in the affected for months together, which were used to be worse by touch. But he didn't approach the dentist because it was not a severe pain. After the procedure, Daphna gave arnica, which helped the pain and the trauma. The dentist diagnosed dry socket where, now this is very important, the observation by the dentist, where the blood is not clotted properly over the surgery, so the bone is exposed. I didn't understand this pathological reasoning, but however, I thought that yes, bone is exposed and there is a bleeding which is there. These are the 2 observations I understood. Patient was in pain, anxious and nervous. Wants to lie down in bed seeing the pains. I thought of one of the remedies that related to bleeding after tooth extraction. And then she had some thinking. She looked at the boric repertory, mouth, gums bleeding, protractedly after the tooth extraction. Arsenic, bovista, hamamelis, creosote, phosphorus, and trillium. She wanted to give hamamelis, but she thought that Ajit is a best person to contact at this stage. And so my advice was Staphylococcus aureus. And see what happened with Staphylococcus aureus? 33 times a day for 2 days. The result, patient report of taking the stitches out, no more pain, all is well, and delighted to tell you that My wound has held to very well. There is no bleeding at all. Now, she started asking me in the, you see, she started asking me, okay, so what is the reasoning of Staphylococcus aureus? See now, injuries of how many types? Stretching, lacerations, cuts, incisions, surgical, mechanical injuries from sharp instruments, extraction of teeth, elements from being wounded, not mentally but also physically. Morbidly sensitive hurts her very much worse by touch, mentally as well as physically. Constantly inclined to lie down. This is exactly the mental. History of gnawing pain in the carious teeth is a proving symptom, clinical symptom. Hemorrhage, gums, Staphylococcus aureus 3 marks. Pain and nervousness after extraction of teeth, Staphylococcus aureus 3 marks. Generalities, wounds, bleeding, Staphylococcus aureus 3 marks. I recently treated a case of a homeopath who had cerebral vascular stroke. He came to me 20 years back for the sake of, some Staphylococcus aureus symptomatology. And after a very big insult, he landed into trouble. And Staphylococcus aureus was the drug which helped him to come out of the comatose stage after 9 days. So this is all about these 4 cases, and this is my last slide now. 1 second. The last slide about 8 thanks, not 1 thank. 8 thanks first to editor, second Engage team, third authors, fourth proofreaders, fifth publishers, sixth printers, 7 life members, and the 8 advisors. So I thank you all and take your farewell.
Sir, that is amazing. There is so much to learn, and every word which you say is to, hold on to. And we are looking forward for a long session from you, from each of the speakers.